In most videos in this section, I'm not going to talk to you like this, nor will the videos be very long. Rather, I'm going to put some voiceover narration on top of short exercise clips, except for topics that are critically important for you to understand in order to use the products effectively. The first of those topics is how to get set up in the 3D strap for the most common trunk-loaded and pelvic-loaded exercises. To begin, for trunk-loaded exercises, I want you to start by putting one arm into the strap. Get one shoulder in there, like a backpack, and walk it out first. I want you to think, get it tight to get your setup right. Get that strap tight and then spin simply to the right or left, depending on which arm is in the strap. And then use that strap wrap to merge the fabric so you feel a focused point of contact between the strap and your rib cage, something solid, and a second secure point of contact in the shoulder crease. Now you should feel you have control over that strap, over that resistance for these trunk-loaded exercises. If you don't follow those steps, you won't get those two secure point of contacts. And I want to show you what is very common. My clients still do it, no offense to my clients, and I still see it online. Many people will get into the strap for these trunk-loaded movements while the webbing is still slack, and a couple things happen. So if I just stand here and I begin to spin, one, you might not be able to see this because it's black padding on a black shirt, but this padding is already sliding off my shoulder, especially as I walk out against the resistance and there's now tension through this system. It's going to want to kind of slide off me if it's not securely in that shoulder crease, as we called it. And a telltale red flag of this is that you or your clients will start pulling and they'll start fussing and they'll be like, okay, now I'm ready. What do I do? There should be no fuss, no struggle bus getting into the strap. Another consequence happens here. If you get into the strap while it's still slack and walk out, now that fabric might be merged, not against something solid, the rib cage, but into no man's land, into some soft tissue. No man's land is between the pelvis and the rib cage. Or you may see this more often, one half of that webbing is in no man's land and the other half is against the rib cage. And now this makes the strap what we'll call a total torso trainer. That doesn't sound too bad. But when you rotate now, the upper half and the lower half will kind of rotate as one piece. I can't create any separation between the upper and lower half of the trunk. To be clear, the slogan of What's That Strap is what separates you. It's a play on the effort you put in as an athlete that separates you, and the importance of separation as it relates to rotational exercises and sports rotational movement sequence. Separation refers to dissociation, or the ability to rotate or move the upper half and lower halves kind of independently or more so than one another. And it's really integral to most exercises using the What's That Strap attachments. If you don't have that fabric merged over the rib cage, the ribs which attach to the thoracic spine being the segment of the spine that is actually architecturally designed to rotate, if you have that fabric split, half on the rib cage, half on the kind of the lumbar area, everything's going to rotate together and you lose the ability to create dissociation during your 3D strap exercises. If you don't want to create the dissociation, then create the total torso trainer. But if you want to get the most value out of those trunk-loaded movements, merge that fabric, get it around the rib cage, get it tight during setup to get it right.